Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You are concerned Tom's River residents. Why I do the show. That's why I pull my cuffs, fix my jackets. Part of my mannerisms I use. Gets me into the groove of doing the show. I was at Coastal Dental here in Tom's River last week, getting Dr. Winston to do a number on me. And hopefully I'll get my bridge back in my mouth soon. He did a good number on me. I still got a lot of stitches in my mouth. But the show must go on. As difficult as it is to speak, the show has to go on. So we go on. Now, remember, the 30th, mark it down. Put it on your Google Calendar. I'm a slave to the Google Calendar now. May the 30th, 6:30, on Comcast, Channel 190, this very station. We'll be doing the Republican mayoral primary debate. Mo Hill, Joe Coronado, but I just ran across Joe yesterday at ShopRite. Daniel Roderick, spoke to him. He's going to get back to us. But we got Joe and Mo. Those guys are confirmed. And I'm sure Daniel will be here. It'll be on Comcast 190. And it'll be on live stream. Download the live stream app. You can watch it all on your smartphone, your tablet, your web-enabled TV, your smart TV. Whatever you stream on, because we're streaming on that. And for that matter, all our shows are archived on live stream. We'll have it on Facebook and YouTube. That gets a little iffy because Facebook's a little finicky about simultaneously broadcasting on YouTube. They don't notice it, we don't have a problem. HMG TV shows, you can watch it there. And maybe by then, NJ On Air has contacted us about putting our programming on their network. And I think we're going to do it. I don't know if we can broadcast live on NJ On Air. I'll find out. I'm going to be doing the agreement later on this week. We're going to bring down the podiums. They're up in the HMG studios in North Bergen. We'll set them up here. This very set will probably be used by the moderator. And we'll set up the three podiums. You'll see it. We'll put it on Instagram, we're on Instagram for that matter. Hopefully we have that on the string here. You'll get a look at the set, and we're just trying to figure out how we need to position it. We'll get the podiums here. We'll get the camera set up, get the lighting set up. We'll do the blocking for the cameras. We'll have the candidates come in. They can check out the set. Moderator Chris Lundy will come in to sit in just to look at it and get him comfortable. Got to make sure we got enough lights. May 30th, Seaside Heights gets a little hopping around that time of year, so we got to figure where we want to put the podiums so you don't have a lot of background noise. And it's going to be live, and we're going to try to get you all the possible information. Educated voter is a good voter. Well, everything should be set. I'm going to bring down, like I said, I'll probably bring down the podiums this week from our sister studio, start getting things set up. It takes a lot of effort to put together a program of this nature, especially a live one. Everything's got to be laid out. You got to make sure you double-check everything. Cross the T's, dot the I's, make sure you considered every possible thing that could go wrong, and you have a backup plan for everything to go wrong. For that matter, we got to get our Terra Deck from Comcast. That's how we broadcast live on Comcast in North Bergen. We'll be doing the same thing here. All right, don't forget, you got live stream, you got YouTube, you got Facebook, you got our Twitter. You can contact us there. If you got a problem with the town, got a problem with the county, you got consumer issues, we're here to help. Gonna break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. We're back. I'm here, you're there. Pat O'Meal, you're Tom's River resident. Concerned, we're all concerned. Now, I'm a Jersey City guy. We're all Jersey City guys from Tom's River. There's only a few degrees of separation. I'll find Jersey City and Tom's River. No matter who I meet in Tom's River, Seaside Heights down here, they're all somewhere from Jersey City. They are, their parents are, whatever. There's a connection. You know, last week we were talking about potential layoffs here in Tom's River. They had a $2.8 million shortfall, and that's going to cause some layoffs. In the Tom's River budget, which is about 240 some odd million, 2.8, it's like 1.5%. You should be able to cut 1.5% out of your budget. But I'm out of Lee Iacocca, the guy that gave us the Mustang, the K car, the minivan. The guy was an automotive genius. Actually, just genius, period, businessman. He once said, I can cut any budget by 10% and continue to operate. And he's probably right. But you got to make some tough decisions. As I always say, Tom's River is very similar to Jersey City. It's like a microcosm of Jersey City. It's not as big. Jersey City is the largest city in the state. When the census comes out, if we do a good count, we will be the largest in Jersey City. Tom's River's got a good size, town. It's 90,000 people. That's why it's a town, not a city. But I want to show you the situation with Jersey City, because this is happening with the school cuts. In big cities are getting cuts. Some other cities are getting more money. It's how it's being balanced now. We have to look at this long term, and there has to be some real solutions to how we handle school funding, because it's the biggest part of your property taxes. And New Jersey's number one. You should get one of those foam fingers. We're number one. We're never number one in the good stuff. It's always for the longest time, we were the lowest price gasoline tax, fuel tax, till somebody found that out. Yeah, we're close to being number one in that now. In Jersey City, they're looking at a $120 million shortfall for the 2019-2020 school year. That's significant money. They're looking at a shortfall of about 15% from their budget. And they're looking at laying off 450 instructional staff, teachers, that sort of thing, 260 administrative and non-instructional staff, and for that matter, 250 non-tenured teachers just received their layoff notices. There is a huge problem in Jersey City. But unlike Tom's River, Jersey City seen this train coming. Now, Tom's River, we're in an Abbott district, and people weren't focusing, because that said, their budget, I think, for the school budget, don't hold me to it, I don't have the numbers exactly, but I think it's $770 million a year, and I think the state's paying almost $500 million of that. So a lot of the municipalities would complain about Jersey City receiving so much state support as opposed to Tom's River or La Valette or, whatever Ocean County municipality or borough or what have you. For that matter, a few years ago, we were taping the Shore Show on the boardwalk here at Seaside. And there were some Ocean County people and Tom's River people, and they were busting on me about how much money Jersey City gets for their Abbott district from the state. Now, to remind them, Hoboken is also an Abbott district. Everybody forgets that, Hoboken. Well, back then, we knew cuts were coming. If you watch my old Jersey City show, I forewarned this for years that their cuts were coming. But for whatever reason, nobody took notice of that. It was like a surprise when these cuts came. Jersey City enacted a payroll tax of 1%. And it went into effect this year. There was some businesses, a lot of businesses were upset about this. And we got to see how this is going to play out long term. Is this going to affect jobs in Jersey City? I believe it will. Not so much at 1%, it's just another thing you have to monitor, and somebody's got to cover it and make sure it's done, and you got to file paperwork. There's enough stuff business, especially small business, has to do now. And it's just another layer of work. So I can see people, if they make a decision, should I open a business in Jersey City or should I do it in Bayonne or Union City or North Bergen or anywhere else? Let's stay away from the payroll tax. Now, the payroll tax, according to Mayor Fulop, who in the end of this is going to get bit on the butt from this, even though he has absolutely nothing to do with the Jersey City Board of Education. But when you get your tax bill, same as in Tom's River, Kelleher or Hill or Coronado or Roderick, whoever the next guy is, or woman. Well, there's no women running, it's the next guy. It's always the mayor that gets in front of this. I'm beginning on a retrospective on the former mayor of Jersey City, my old buddy, my old boss, Glenn D. Cunningham. He passed away 15 years ago this month. And he was an amazing guy. So I want to do this retrospect, and I'm dragging it out a little bit so I can be in and I get my teeth fixed. He at one point really wanted the state, the state and the school system and the county to go get their own taxes. He didn't want to send tax bills to people when the taxes go up, and he'd get blamed for it. So if he had not died, I guarantee you, he probably would have had the county collect their own taxes. But, the Jersey City Board of Education, you've seen this train coming. They just settled a teacher's contract. Knowing full well you got a hole in your budget. Until recently, the state ran the Jersey City school system. They ran the Jersey City school system for like 28 years. So Jersey City and its mayor never really got involved in the school system because it wasn't in their privy. It wasn't in their control. There was nothing Cunningham or Healy or Schundler or whoever, or Bullitt now, could do about it. Now, this bill is going to be hard. They may put a tax levy on the people of Jersey City to pick up that $120 million. That's going to be a problem. A lot of Jersey City just went through a rebound. It's pretty expensive up there now. Now, what has to be done? Well, first step is I would try to protect all teachers. Outside of that, everything else is on the table. The non-instructional personnel, administrative personnel, every political hack that's hidden in there somewhere, they're all on the table. Every dime has to be reviewed before any tax increase can go into play. Charter schools run with less money than the traditional public school. We need to figure out why. Another thing, you got to review the tax-exempt organizations, religious organizations, not-for-profits. Jersey City has about 700 of them. I'm saying this about Jersey City to compare it to Tom's River. And the other thing is, we need one kind of rule, either state rule or we give it to the counties where we only have 21 school districts instead of 590 some odd and million superintendents. We need to look at how this is all funded before it gets really out of hand. I don't want to say really out of hand. It is out of hand now. We got to get it back in hand. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Again, Twitter and HMG TV shows, all that stuff should be on the screen. I hope about Instagram. Forgot, Lynette, one of our new people in the Hudson Media Group. She got us on Instagram. We were on Instagram. We just didn't. It's like a job doing social media. We do as much as we can because we got to promote our shows. But really, there's a lot of social media. You got Twitter, and you got the website, and we got to update our website. You got Instagram. You got our own clouds. That's really a job. And our job is television shows, but there's so much involved in just promoting the shows. And years ago, we just did the show. Back then we weren't online or anything like that. Spoofing cell numbers. This has gotten to the point where it's ridiculous. It happens so often. To me, it happens 6-10 times a day. Senator Schumer, who has a problem every week in New York. There's something that's bothering Senator Schumer every week, but he was on the money this week. He's talking about the robocalls and these spoofing calls. And these spoofing calls are one pain. It's time we eliminate these spoofing calls. You get them. You get them on your cell phone. If your cell carrier can sell you for like $6 a month an anti-spoofing protection, then obviously we have the technology to eliminate this kind of problem. And what happens there, you get the call, and you look at your cell phone, and you see it's like your own exchange. You'll see like mine would be 201-320. You look at that, somebody's, maybe I don't have you in my contact list, but you're calling me. Now, in my case, I'm looking at this number saying, I'm getting spoofed. But it might be somebody you know or somebody gave you the number. It's a local number. Somebody's looking for you. And you answer it. And sure enough, something about back pain or a credit card or some insurance or some BS thing from somewhere in the African continent or India, wherever the hell, where it is. And it has gotten to the point where last week, I think it was Friday. It was Friday maybe, because I was having a hard time talking. But, I had gotten 3 or 4 of these in rapid succession. So I finally answered one, and I got this guy about a credit card. And he's telling me how he's going to give me a new credit card because I paid my credit card bill so good. I said, well, do me a favor. Give me the last 4 numbers of the account. I'm talking to the guy now, of the account, so we know which credit card you're talking about that I'm paying so well. He goes, well, you know which one. No, give me the last 4. So and I got this guy in the office. Goes, well, listen, we just want to give you a new credit card. We can handle this over the phone. I said, give me the last 4. And I'm getting scammed. It's a scam. And I should have just hung up, but it overtook me that I got this knucklehead here who's trying to scam me. So I went in like the most rude and crudest things I could come up to say to get this guy. And he had an accent on him. And I am running this guy. I can't, the most crudest things I could come up with about him, his mother, his sister, I'm going after this guy. You know what? This guy's trying to give it back to me, but that isn't working for him. So this went on for about a couple of minutes, and this guy is getting really aggravated with me. And I said, I've had my fun. Hopefully, maybe this takes me off the list. About a half hour later, same thing again. These spoofs and these robocalls, they fill up your voicemail. I get people now texting me, Pat, your voicemail's full. Well, yeah, because there's a bunch of robocalls about back pain and what have you on my voicemail now. And some of these things, they'll call you, and you look at the number and you didn't answer. It could be somebody from one of my D-bids, our show host, who gave my number for a booking for a guest. I have to return these calls. And some of these, you call that number back, you may get hit with like some supercharges there. It's like the old 900 numbers. So you have to be concerned about that. But the problem is the technology exists to prevent this. And it shouldn't cost you $6 a month. It should be part of your package. Now, Schumer in New York is looking to make it even more of a fine for robocalls and spoofing. Remember, we used to have the do not call list? That's useless. Remember, like a $500 fine? The problem with these fines, even if you found they're like, somewhere in India. They're in Europe somewhere or something like that. Russia, they're calling you. And you don't know it because they're spoofing his phone number. But they're getting those phone numbers from somewhere because they're active numbers. Because sometimes you'll call back the spoof and you'll get the actual cell call. I didn't call you, so you're on my phone. So they're getting the numbers from somewhere. I believe somebody is selling the list. Because, my kid's got a house in Seaside Heights and they just got a new landline. I don't even need to know the phone number there. We're getting robocalls to that number. I think just the kids, I'd have to look at my cell phone to know what the number is there. We haven't given this to anyone, but we're getting robocalls there. So somebody sold the number, and that somebody has to be the phone company. Schumer's talking about raising the penalty, the fine, to $10,000. It sounds scary. Problem again is these people aren't in the United States. If these calls were emanating from Pennsylvania or Utah, that's one thing. But they're overseas. And no matter how much fine you're going to put on there, you can't get them. Unless you can find some connection to the, some of the companies that are trying to sell you something, they're legitimate. I don't think there's anything illegitimate. Again, Verizon and T-Mobile, this is really, we're still getting the robocalls on your home phone, but they don't seem to spoof them. They seem to spoof the cell numbers, not the landline numbers. Verizon and these other cell companies, they have the technology to prevent that. So if I'm Schumer and I'm Bob Menendez, Bob was doing a press conference not long ago where he got one of these calls during the press conference. We're going to put a $10,000 fine somewhere instead of putting it on some outfit in Russia or India or wherever the hell it is, put it on the company. Because the technology is there to prevent this. So if Verizon or T-Mobile or Sprint or whoever it is permitting this to go on, when they have the technology to stop it, They're the ones that should get the fine. We're not going to collect the fine from somebody in India, but we can collect it from Verizon, T-Mobile, and Sprint, and etc. We're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
I'm back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Last segment of the show. Got my big pen. I comb my hair. My hair's real frizzy because it's been raining. Is it ever going to stop raining? I mean, I have a 2000 Cadillac Eldorado. About 2 weeks ago, I took the cover off it, ran it through its paces, drove it around a little bit. I want to start using it. It's a cool-looking car, and also I have a 64 Dodge. People look at the Dodge and the Cadillac and shake their head and say, what the F is this guy doing with these cars? I'm a car guy. And I've had the Caddy for 9 years. I think I've had the Dodge for about 6 years or so. Dodge is a pretty cool-looking car. So is the Caddy. I have yet to get to use the Caddy because it's been raining all the time. Every day it rains. This morning I got to be able to work on the cars just to check them out for the week. Check the oil, check the fluid, check the air, checking all that stuff. You don't take care of your car, it's not going to take care of you. There was a break in the rain for like an hour. I was able to go out and work on the cars a little bit. That's why my hair's all frizzy, but I could use a haircut. ID theft. We're talking about scamming. I'm going through a bunch of dental procedures, and we're getting checkups and all. And no matter where you go, they want your ID. Now, listen, online ID theft or your credit card or debit card information stolen, huge problem. But, you don't see that problem with companies so much like Amazon or B&H, companies I deal with, Amazon, B&H. They got, protections in there. But again, they still get hacked. Banks get hacked, and Walmart gets hacked, and Target gets hacked. They all get hacked, and they're all out trying their best, encrypting things, but they still get hacked. There's always a better mousetrap, but there's always a smarter mouse. Now, you need to protect yourself because going through all this crap, if they take your ID, your identity, that's a real problem. It's a problem. They take your credit card information. You got to kill that credit card, and all your auto debits and everything. It is a huge problem getting a new credit card put in place or a debit card. So you need to prevent a few things. Be smart with your ID. Just don't give it to any. Never. If I'm not mistaken, I thought we were passing a law that they couldn't ask for your Social Security number anymore. At one time, you wear it on your shirt. Nobody cared. But now it's a big issue in the world of computers and the internet. You pay your taxes through the municipality. That is probably the lowest hanging fruit you can have. If you gave your municipality, in our case, Tom's River or Jersey City, you'd think they're putting in all those like Amazon safeguards or Walmart safeguards. No, they're not. If I'm some Russian hacker and I need ID, I'm not going to Amazon or Walmart. I'm going to the city of Jersey City, Tom's River, North Bergen, Camden, wherever they are, because This is like the lowest hanging fruit you can hack into and get all the ID you want. And a lot of people have they're paying their taxes with their credit card or debit card or their auto debits. Dangerous. Now, man, you talk about low hanging fruit. The municipalities are the lowest hanging fruit there is. But I mean, we actually have to change that. Because it is so easy to get your information from the municipality. Have a car accident. See how many notices you get from a lawyer. Now, how do they get that? Well, for some reason, they got your accident report. They got it before you did. And everything's on there. Your driver's license number's there. That's like pertinent information. When you go to the doctor's office, they ask you for your Social Security number. Never give your Social Security number to the doctor. There is no reason anybody, unless you're applying for a friggin' loan, that they need your Social Security number. And don't let them trick. Well, just give us the last 4 digits. No, because they got your name and your last 4 digits, they got you. Don't give out the last 4. You think, well, they don't have the other 5. They got a way to figure that out. Don't give it to them. And never give them your driver's license. Don't let them make a copy of your driver's license. They want to look at it because well, we need this for the insurance to show who you are. I buy that. Because, you could have your brother using your insurance. I get that. But they don't need to make a copy of it. You could show it. That look like me. Now, I just had my license renewed, so I got the new one till 2023. So I took my old one, and that will be my photo ID for these people who request it. I took a hole punch, put holes all through my driver's license number, and I completely obliterated the back strip. You got my address, you got my name, you got all my information, height and all, and there's my picture. Now, somebody says, whoa, that's no good. I can't read this. Oh, you can read it. You just can't read the information. That my driver's license or that back strip, that's got everything on it. Listen, I trust the doctors, and it's always the doctor's office. The doctor's not going to hack me. But that revolving staff the doctor's office has, every time you go in, Mary Ann's not there anymore, somebody else is there. Well, they all have access to your information. And if they say, well, this information's in the cloud. Well, first of all, cloud ain't too safe. 2, that revolving staff, they all got the password to get in the cloud. Don't give any medical organization your Social Security card or your driver's license. If you have to give it to prove, say, listen, can I have a piece of tape? Take a piece of tape, put it over your driver's license number, use a pen, cover that number. And in the back, put that tape on the back, use a pen so it cannot be read. Because that is all your information. And that $6, well, it's probably more than that, $10 an hour person that's working in the doctor's office or at the front desk or the front desk people, they're the ones who are going to sell your info. Don't give that information to anybody. Like I said, I modified my driver's license. You got to be careful, but you're careful online. You got Norton Security and you got all this. But there you are. And the easiest low-hanging fruit, municipalities got all, if you're giving your information to municipalities, low-hanging fruit. You go to a doctor's office and you give them that information, well, Ruthie and Marianne, whoever there, they have all your information. They got the password to the cloud. So it's the easiest low-hanging fruit. Be careful. Don't give out your information. Protect it. And like I said, never get out your Social Security number. Never get out your state ID or anything. Don't use that information. If they want it, take a piece of tape, pen over the number, paper over the back strip. That's it. All right, I'm out of show. You be good, you be safe. Don't forget, May 30th, 6:30, right on this network, the Tom's River Mayoral primary debate. You be good, you be safe. Good night.